everyone. Keep listening to the material and join to the Zoom until done. For today, we have someone will bring the topic is Bapak Ahmad Johar. Hello, Bapak Ahmad Johar. Can you listen me? Halo, Bapak Ahmad Johar. Bapak Ahmad Johar. Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning, Bapak.
Good morning.
Are you ready for share the topic today?
Inshallah.
All right. Before, all right. If you say ready for the share the topic, let's to start the present for the topic for today for
Right
the
now?
Bapak.
Right now?
Yes, for Bapak Ahmad.
Why? Why right now?
What?
Why right now?
You
Because
can.
it is the time. You just can say that. Okay?
Yes. I'm sorry.
Octavia Ainun Jana.
Yes.
Ainun means I and Jannah
Yes.
means paradise.
Yes. Right.
Octavia, that I is the paradise. Yeah.
Yeah, Bapak.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Uh, Greeting, health for you all. Okay. Hope you in healthy condition and be happy and happier forever. Okay. I will share the material. Yeah. Today I want to discuss about media convergence management. This is the most important part of media living in everywhere in the world, actually. Yeah, media convergence. Yeah, every single media have to pass this situation, have to face the convergence management. Without implementing convergence, it is impossible for a media that will be able to survive. Okay? Yeah. Oh yeah. This is about me. I can pass it. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Print Traditional media, writers, reporters, editors, and photographers have been guardians of history and truth for more than a century. Yeah, this is said by Stephen McBride. He is a digital media practitioner, but however, he says, the sad fact is many traditional media continue to languish in the middle of the new media era. What a pity. Yeah. Media is mass communication function. That's according to the text in the your textbook must be, right? That media is mass communication function to keep survive and be needed by the community based on general communication theory, the mass media or the press must be able to carry out the following functions. It is also according to the press law. Yeah, the media must be able to channeling information, entertainment function, the function of persuasion, as well as community advocacy, cross-ethnic, cross-national, and intergenerational cultural transmission function, encouraging social integration, also oversight of political rulers, able to correlate the context that develops in society, social inheritance of positive things against repressive power. That is a very important thing. Yeah. And the 10th function is to challenge the trichotomy relationship government, press, and society, which tends to always be contradictory and non-democratic. We will discuss further in our discussion. Duties and function of the press. Yeah, based on the press law number 40 and 99, 19,099, the duties and functions of the press are the organizers of information channels with Indonesian legal entities that specifically organize, broadcast, or distribute information in the form of writing, sound, images, data, graphics, and or a combination thereof. In daily news coverage, the media are bounded by various provisions. It is the press law number 40, 1999, and the Journalistic Code of Ethics. It is specific in Indonesia press law. Okay? Press remain needed as long, per definition, it is called the press or mass media if the institution organizing the information channel carries the principles of journalism. When elaborated further, the press must one become a balanced source or distributor of information. Press media also verifier of every single fact. Yeah, every single fact that published in the media, whatever its kind of media, must be verified. That's journalism principle, basic principle of journalism, to verify every single fact, every single information. Then educating the public, including political education, also providing entertainment for the community. Providing entertainment for the community can be translated as the whatever they write down. For example, the activity how to planting uh, the flower plantation, for example. That's a kind of uh, entertainment. That's kind of entertainment, especially when there when we are in the pandemic situation last 2 years. Uh, there are a lot of people who have to stay at home, so they must be entertained by the media. Now, the kind of entertainment, not only music, not only movie, but also the technique or the how to uh, plant certain plantation is a kind of entertainment. Then press is serves as a watchdog. Yeah, press serves as a watchdog. That is to supervise the authorities in running the government. Media is part of the social control function. Media must be or can be mediator between the public and the government, and the press providing the sphere for public advocacy. Keeping traditional media exists. This is how to keep traditional media exist or survive. Just fully focus on the customer. Wherever possible, meet their needs for wants, locations, and stories about them in order to target and provide the right information. Make sure the content is presented in the right context. Always analyze the results of your efforts to optimize the best service. Uh, then the other aspect is keeping media service uh, always relevant because it is very important. Yeah, mass media is still the most credible source of news. It is important to convey various messages, including brands, because they can be recognized immediately. Traditional media, newspapers, magazines, radio, and television will always be recognizable by anyone at any age because it has been around for decades, and newspapers have even existed for centuries as long as they provide relevant information needs. Need by who? Need by community, need by people, yeah, need by public. What about the future of traditional media? Traditional media will remain exist and will not die. Yeah, that's according to our research. Our research means uh, I once joined with the Association of Print Media until now, and the association ran the research that print media probably will be able to survive at least at the time in 2010 until 50 years to come. So, so it is not uh, just to entertain the media people. Of course not. But it is true that the survey that if we are able to maintain or to manage the media, the print media, it will be able to survive until 50 years to go. But must change and evolve. TV will become digital, print will become more digital with podcasts, for example, and radio will become digital as well. Not only people still consume traditional media, but these types of media also remain a reliable source of information. According to a Marketing Sherpa study, Marketing Sherpa is the uh, institution that running surveys uh, for the sake of the media, yeah, for the sake of media survivability. So according to Marketing Sherpa, 22% of consumers say they trust print ads, and 80% of the respondents say they trust television ads when making purchasing decisions. This research, this research ran October 2019. So not too obsolete, I think. Yeah, it is quite fresh, just two 3 years ago. Now we will uh, we will discuss about strategies for traditional media. Yeah. So, efforts that need to be taken by traditional media, referring to non-digital advertising and marketing strategies, include, among others. So, it means that traditional media must go through the 360 degrees of ad activity, yeah, like advertising on TV, and social media like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. So, in these circumstances, don't forget for the uh, traditional media to do the strategy like this. Always advertise themselves. Yeah. Then also radio ads. It's still important. Advertising in print media, such as in newspapers and magazines, direct mail, billboards, calling or bidding by phone, door-to-door sales, and banner ads on cyber media or online media. So it's still needed for the traditional media to do uh, activation to uh, uh, the people, marketing people say that it known as 360 degree of uh, ad activity. Yeah. For the comparison, I like to compare it what the media do in general. It is happen in Indonesia, but I'm sure that it also happen in the Philippines, right? What do you think, Arfi Lin Utang? Do you think the media also serve a buffet like all you can eat? Yeah. Okay. Later we will discuss this. So the buffet style is serving customers in large numbers, then keeping the selling price low, giving satisfaction to everyone. Trust quantity, not quality. Supplying food, not serving taste. And offer satiety, not experience. Yeah. In Indonesia, there are some restaurants that giving the consumer experience. Experience is very expensive. That's the value added taken by the restaurant. Yeah, this is what I mean. Take the fine dining approach, not unlike a buffet. Buffet in Indonesia, there is a very famous buffet restaurant. It is a kind of network restaurant run by people came from West Sumatra. It calls it called as a Padang restaurant. Yeah, Padang. The approach of Padang restaurant is like the previous slide. I oh no. This is kind of Padang restaurant. What the media do in general, but the media should what segmented media should do. Uh, the media should be segmented media to do this. Serve a limited number of customers, promote high quality menus, provide attentive service, set up a pleasant atmosphere, or ambient atmosphere, provide an exhilarating and memorable experience, yeah. Then the restaurant can charge a higher selling price to customer. Even not not much customer to come, but the limited number of customers who willing to pay the higher selling price. That's very important. This what best practice to do by daily newspaper. That's by newspaper. Yeah, serving the news consumer audience. Then production based on local news information and commentary. The emphasis of performing the local news, it is very important because for national news done by every single newspaper, but local news not much newspaper to do this in Indonesia especially because we have a lot of island and we have a lot of ethnicity, so they need their own newspaper especially. For the cyber media, run the premium service like complementary services for daily print readers, services for non-print readers, additional features and interactions, including data completeness and additional products via streaming. The streaming service right now is not a remarkable thing because every media right now can do that, including uh, casting the pod or making podcast for their reader. Nah, for newspaper-based business portfolio, make e-readers. E-readers is not too common in this country, in Indonesia, but I think in the Philippines probably different. Then for e-readers, distribution platform for digital editions of paid daily newspapers. Then a substitute product for printed books, e-books. Yeah, and news services, mobile mobile infos. Uh, there are certain institution that only deliver news service, only serve the news or mobile infos. They send the infos through the gadget. Yeah, service updates and alert of news for news, sports, market development, then additional products. For those for entity who specialized in social media, they can do the special coverage, news or story service. Then promotional products designed to drive traffic to paid daily on and or internet sites. This is the new newsroom approach. Newsroom approach is different with probably 15 or 20 years ago. Now, the very modern newsroom is designed like this. They uh, they gather all of the department like a consumer desk, entertainment desk, layout desk, web TV desk, news desk, instant news desk, and also for the urban affair and also the core. In this case, I take from the Berlinske. This is Germany media. Berlin. It used to be only Berlinske media that this small part, but after they integrated all of the department, they become this large. Yeah, they also provide the conference and meeting area like this, and then of course because they still preparing for the newspaper, the printed newspaper or printed magazine, they must be provide a pre-press desk. And this is the layout of the new news web producer, then online editor, news editor, paper editor, and paper producer. It is very integrated. This is small part. Then they gather uh, news desk as much as possible news desk like this according to the affair of the desk, the news desk. See, this news desk or newsroom. Newsroom is they call one-stop newsroom because it is the core of the convergence is newsroom like this, so they can from one information they gather, they cut, they can make it for multimedia multimedia service, like for the print media, for the web media, web stories, and for the radio and television. Television also, there are also very kind of television service, streaming TV, and also free to air TV. In Indonesia, the new one is digital broadcast TV. This is digital quality to be broadcasted free to air. That's people now then, because the quality of the picture is much different with previous uh, TV service. Uh, Frankly speaking, digital linkage is a must. Yeah, make yourself uncomfortable or disrupted with print media culture for those who still work in print media, or mediocre news services for me to cyber media, because right now there are a lot of uh, online media. They just implemented strategy me too. They have no original idea. They have no original strategy. They just copy and paste the the uh, other service of other news service. That's a very pity. Yeah. Then create, offer, response, and share instantly. This is the character of uh, the character of digital media. Create, offer, respond, and share instantly. Then web familiarity, take advantage of social media and everything related to it. So, uh, as long as we can uh, take advantage of social media, we will get the advantage of it and making money from it. Yeah, that's that's have 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 been practiced by a lot of colleagues of mine. I was worked at the media, one of the national media in Indonesia. This is a Business Indonesia Daily, and we were also run these strategies, and it works. But it is this strategy cannot really be suitable for any media business, especially when they just have limited resources at their company. Once more, best practices. Yeah, best practices involve the widest possible audience. Review strategies that prioritize only a single platform. So don't don't do this. Uh, so review it. Don't just prioritize only single platform, only print, broadcast, or cyber. That's that's will lack of uh, advantage. I think, yeah, it is not good. So the media must be situation room in the media must like this. This is integrated media like this. Yeah. Then build an interactive newsroom with the community. Also prioritize digital services, or we call it as a digital first. Digital first is the uh, anyone in the newsroom, when a journalist make news, the priority to publish the stories is through the digital media. That means digital first, then other services. Also, this strategy probably not suitable with your media business. Yeah, I usually warn this because of a lot of media in Indonesia that they don't have enough resources to develop these strategies. Nah, this is the uh, main our main discussion. Media convergence is a necessity. Based on these things, the answer to all of this is media convergence. The era when people need media has passed. Now is the time the media needs an audience or society. Yeah, this uh, reversible. Yeah, it reverse with the situation that happened last a few years. With convergence, the media as if follow wherever people move. Make media consumers always attach with their attention to your media. Don't let their attention drift for even a second from your media. So always keep up with your audience. Yeah? Or you will lose your audience. Remember, competitors out there are always ready to serve the audience in any way and earn money for it or making money from it in order to maintain their survival. Yeah. Integrated media convergence, yeah, includes all of the uh, media we used to. Yeah, we used to be. We have various things that used separately. Yeah, there were there was television for for single use, specific use only to watch the TV broadcast, and also when there were video cassettes, and all of the things now become uh, integrated to be one our single gadget. Thus, media convergence is the integration or unification of various mass communication channels such as print media, radio, television, internet, together with portable and interactive technologies through various digital presentation platforms. Yeah.
Kan belum minum.
Don't let the social media take over. Yeah, take over what media do so far. When the information produced by the mass media or mainstream media or journalism-based media is less reliable, trustworthy, people look for alternatives to fulfill their information needs from social media. Therefore, social media such as Twitter and Facebook, which were originally created as a microblog to make status updates or rediscover and spirited friends, turned into a means for someone to express political opinion, comment on the opinion of others. From there, it is the origin of the rise of hate speech, hoax, disinformation, and the situation where when the political atmosphere also tends to be chaotic due to the poor political ethics of the elites in such as country. Yeah, because uh, for the bad politician, they can turn the bad profile of them to be glamorously or kind of kind, uh, a bright profile of them, but it's actually fake. Yeah. From there, it no digital literacy survey 2020 run by Ministry of Information performed that uh, sources of information and access and trust by the public, media social dominated the uh, source of information accessed by public. Yeah, media social media is 76%, television about 60%, online media 20, just 25%. The poor thing is new uh, official site of government only 45, but this is the sad thing that the printed media only 9.7%. It's very little. Radio just 2.6%. And when respondents asked to uh, name the source of information that trustworthy, they answer that television is about 50%. Yeah, 50% of respondents answered that television is still trustworthy source of information. Then media social, it is a very surprised. Media social take the 20%, yeah, 20% of them. The official website of the government is about 15.3%. Printed media only 4%. Oh, as people, as person printed media, I feel so sad to see this fact. Of course, yeah. Then name the social media that you trust most. Yeah, the biggest part of the respondent answer WhatsApp. WhatsApp is the trustworthy. Then Facebook, WhatsApp is 55%, Facebook 27%, Instagram is about 12%, YouTube 4.7%. That's I think the newest uh, survey run by Ministry of Information. Because after that we uh, got a pandemic, then there were no till right now. Uh, this is also a research result. Most journalists in this country, in Indonesia, tend to choose shortcuts instead of the proper procedure in news writing, find news ideas, even when they had to verify a fact. They are relying too much on social media as sources. Very sad, very sad, yeah. This is the new generation of the journalists do like this. This is very sad. As a result of the increasingly widespread digital disruption, the younger generation is now unable to distinguish credible news provided by objective professional journalists from what they read on any website. So, younger generation so so to believe to what they read on any website. Sometimes it is unresponsibility website. Yeah, poor. Media people must be concerned that this trend will trigger the inability of young people to distinguish credible information, so that it will reduce their trust or level of trust in credible sources of information that is presented by press media. Another weakness is that social media users tend to only be shown the information they are interested in and the opinion they agree with. The lack of exposure to new ideas and conflicting opinions is the cause of the lack of understanding among those with different beliefs. This makes political agreement and social compromises more difficult to achieve. Uh, Moderator Ainun Jana, how long have my time?
Uh, Wait a moment, Pak.
I think
Uh, I
let's get through.
think. Wait. Um.
My presentation is still media landscape in Indonesia, but it is not too important because later on you guys can access this information from me. I can give it free for you all. Yeah, media landscape in Indonesia. This just to presentation to present the situation of media in Indonesia at 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 this time. But the data, I have to admit that the newest data is from 1920, because after that we facing the we are facing the pandemic. Then there were no more survey or research even to gather the media data, media landscape in Indonesia. But you can access the data in this presentation. I think that's all what I can deliver this time, Ainun.
Uh. I think it's still a long time, sir, because it's 2 o'clock in timetable.
2 hours, you mean? Two
Wait,
hours.
uh um I waiting. I am check again.
No, uh, my presentation is limited for 45 minutes, right?
Oh yes, yes, yes. I'm sorry,
This
Mister.
is already 45 minutes. And for this rest of my presentation, you guys can access it can directly from this presentation I deliver to you all. Yeah, or I will for the excerpt of the this ini about this presentation, I will resume that uh, yeah, the wind of change after the 1908 Reformation movement triggered the rise of the new media industry, non-traditional integrated convergent, so that the media have more varieties and types. Media groups in Indonesia are currently Jawa Post Group, Kompas Gramedia Group, Media Indonesia Group, Business Indonesia Group, Tempo Inti Media Group, and so on and so on, etc. But there are a lot of like what I give a red mark with the red cross like this. It has passed away. This media like Indopost, Top Score, Berita Kota, Suara Pembaruan, even Jurnal Nasional, Harian Berita. There are no more exist in the sphere, ya, sudah punah mereka, uh, di extinct, ya, extinct, they extincted, ya. Unfortunately, there are a lot of media owners who don't understand the essence of journalism, are also controlling the content for the sake of their own profit. In fact, many media owners are openly affiliated with or even turn their own media groups into political powers. There are so many media imitation as well, with the quality of the news that is often called as fake media. No one knows exactly how many. A lot, a lot. Yeah. The existence of the media is one of the reflection of the national economy. Indonesia is said to be one of the countries with the largest number of media in the world. A total of 40,000 media with various types. This print, broadcast, and cyber are online. Assuming that, assuming there are two, assuming there are 100 media in each 514 district or cities. Yeah, district mean county. In Indonesia, there are 540 counties and cities. Each of the counties or cities has 100 media. This is it is an assumption, but some people said that the reality in one county or one city 300 media, yeah, because very easy to make media in this country, in Indonesia. The soaring of the number of media occurred because of these factors. Press freedom guaranteed, no more obligation for media establishment permits, keeping up with technology trends happening in the world, and ease of making media. That's what I said. Yeah, ease of making media, because someone that using the service from the WordPress that can obtain for free, they can make as a website. They assume that that a media. Actually, it is not a media, mass media. It just a private blog. Yeah. There are also excesses in media. Everyone feels they can make the media and feels entitled to be a journalist. That's why in Indonesia, for, according to the press law gives a chance to the press community to control themselves, not by government anymore. In the uh, President Suharto era, the government so strong and control the media. But after the movement of the Reformation movement in 1998, uh, media is said to be a self-regulatory system. So no one in Indonesia can regulate or can arrange the media. Media uh, must be controlled by media itself. Okay, by the community of media. Uh, if we are talking about radio broadcast media, there are now around 3,000 stations from around 70 in year 2000. Yeah, although no more than 20% active station. Meanwhile, television broadcast media now has around 400 stations, including government's television network, TVRI, from only 6 stations in 2000, year 2000. Yeah, the number of television stations should have exploded with the enactment of the digital terrestrial television system. The number of registrants in 2018 is approaching 1,000, 1,000 entities. In this multimedia era, it is increasingly difficult to distinguish between print, electronic, and online media entities because they all tend to converge. In Bahasa Indonesia, there are kind of said says that mati satu tumbuh seribu means one fall grows a thousand. According to Indonesian Printed Media Association records, the number of print media in mid 2020 was around 651 titles. It is far from 1,218 titles in 2015 and 811 titles in 2016 and 793 titles in 2017 and 70 744 titles in 2018 with a total circulation of daily newspaper about 4 million and this uh, compared to 5.7 million copies in 2018. Weekly newspaper about weekly newspaper is newspaper that publish every week, yeah, every a week, every single week. This number is not significant anymore. Tabloid as much as 1.2 million copies from 2.7 million copies in 2018, and magazines 2.1 million copies only, yeah, from 4.3 million copies in 2018. The peak productivity of daily newspaper occurred in 2014 with a circulation of 9.65 million copies per day. But compared with this figure right now is about only 4.1 million. I'm afraid that after 2 year pandemic, yeah, now probably the circulation of newspaper getting lower and lower again. Yeah, probably only 2 million. Probably, yeah. For the magazine, 2012 was the pinnacle of achievement with a circulation of 8.9 million copies. Meanwhile, the had tablets had the highest circulation in 2011 with 6.59 million copies. This this is a curve of increasing of the media in Indonesia. The blue curve is a daily newspaper. The green one is weekly newspaper. The orange one is magazine, and the magenta one is tabloid. Thank you very much for your attention. Uh, Octavia,
Yeah, Bapak.
yeah,
All right, Bapak. Thank you so much for
yeah,
the share the material for today.
yeah.
For the next will be connected by Nabila. All right,
All right.
Nabila, time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much.
Where are you, Nabila?
Here, uh, can you see me, sir?
Yeah, sure. I
Oh,
can see you,
okay. Okay, thank you very much.
Nabila.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr.
Okay.
Ahmad Johar. So yeah, for the next is a question and answer session. For the all participants from Ohamka or Dimsu, if you have questions regarding to the material that Mr. Ahmad Johar gave today. So yeah, if there's anything confuse you, you can ask right now. So please raise your hand first, or you can just drop the question in the chat box. Yeah. Okay. Is there any questions from the participants?
If no more question, I will take a sleep because I'm so sleepy. No. Please,
Uh,
please.
yeah.
I still serve you with kind of what you want to know.
Yeah. So yeah, for all the participants, you can ask freely Mr. Ahmad Jaruhar right now regarding to the material or anything that confuse you about the convergence media. Either it can be in Indonesia or Philippines, or maybe for the students from DIMSU, you can share how the convergence media there in Philippines to us, so we can know more about uh, our two countries, Indonesia
Oh,
and
please
Philippines.
don't share right. I have class for them, the student from DMMSU. Would you please make a comparison to Indonesian media world? So, media landscape. So, we can make a comparison how media in the Philippines,
Yeah,
yeah, and also this is can I give the task to them, right?
yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay,
So
please, if you still want to know further about the media in Indonesia, especially the convergence media in this country.
that's right. Okay.
Or probably everyone have clear about the convergence, right?
Yeah,
So
maybe.
they don't need further information. Bukan begitu Bu Sri Mustika, Bu Ika.
Ya Pak, betul. Maybe not always already known about it all. Maureen, Maureen, you please ask the question, or Agnes. Students from UHAMKA also can pose a question.
Oh,
There is a
yeah,
question in chat room.
there is one. Sorry, in chat box. Okay, the question is, do you think there are still people without access to the media? What do you think are the reasons why they don't have access to it? It's from Tricia.
Okay.
Yeah, you can choose
That
from.
that interesting question, Tricia. Yeah. Do you think there are still people without access to the media in this era, in this media penetration is very, very high. As I mentioned before, that uh, uh, a few years ago, probably people searching for the media, yeah, people demand the media, but it is completely different. Now media need the people to read. That's why I can say almost no more people that cannot access media because the media is a various the gadget like this because almost everyone have gadget, especially when pandemic happened a few years ago in Indonesia. There mandatory has everyone has a gadget like this if they want to make every affair with, for example, entering the supermarket, entering the mall, entering, attending the conference or something, they have performed the apps that only can be accessed by every single person. That's uh, peduli lindungi apps or care and care and protect for the people. And I think it happens in the Philippines as well, right? So that's why no one uh, no one not access the media because media comes like the water, yeah, like the waterfall, like the rainfall, come to everyone, and everyone can access the media. Media can be accessed for free, especially media, social media. Uh, but probably if you ask about the uh, certain mass media, it's a different story. Yeah, from the uh, to access the like the certain media, respected media, probably someone have to pay, someone have to subscribe. But for the online version, it is also free. There are a concept of freemium. Freemium means you can get free information from certain website, web media. If you need further information, especially data information, data information based on data, you have to pay, or you have to purchase the data. That's probably different. But for media, for any media, right now, every human in this planet can access media for free. Yeah, yeah. As long as he or she have a gadget like this. Yeah, but who don't have the gadget uh, today? I think there are no more people that don't have gadget. Yeah, there's no one. Everyone has it.
Yeah.
Okay, Nabila,
Yeah. Okay.
this
Thank you
is
very much. Yeah. Thank you very much
yeah,
for that answer, sir. Okay. So there's another
yeah.
question.
There is also Nabila from
Yeah,
Nabila
Nabila.
Desta Purnamasari ya.
Yes, from Uhamka. So the question is, I want to ask a question, sir, about most of journalists tend to choose shortcuts instead of the proper producer in news writing. So is there any chance to improve
To give a news exploitation, yeah, to get more exposure. You mean the journalists have to write always a right thing? You mean Nabila Desta? Okay, I'll try to answer this question. Yeah, right. That's what I said to you all before, that uh, especially young journalists, that unexperienced journalists, when they ask to write the story, they just gather the fact, the information from social media. That's a very poor. That's very poor. They are not exploring or searching for the source, their own source, or the proper source, and they're just gathering information. That's especially for the unprofessional journalists, that are the media, uh, the Me Too media. Yeah, Me Too media. They just make media, but they actually cannot uh, run the business media itself. Yeah, so they just take phrase from one side, and another phrase from another website. Then he or she gather the phrases to be news, our story, but this is very shallow, very uh, uh, unprofessional stories made by them, actually. Yeah, yeah. The product is not not meet the standard of quality of journalism. Actually, that's that's happened in certain media. Probably, if you ask, give news exploitation, uh, it if we are overexposure, probably he or she can refuse. Yeah, actually, he ha- they have a right to refuse. No, I have enough today for making uh, 4 or 5 stories. I can do more. I can make more. They can say to their boss like that. But it depends on the media entities or media institution. The If the media institution run or lead leaded by the unprofessional chief editor, for example, it probably will happen like that. That, Nabila, what can I answer to Nabila? Nabila, answer to Nabila.
Yeah,
Nabila Desta.
thank you very much. Thank you, and sorry for the
Yeah.
suddenly the electricity in my house just dropped, so I left for a minute. Okay, thank you very much for the answer, Mister. And for Nabila, if you have any follow up questions or another questions or anything confuse you, you can ask Mister Johar again. Oh, there is another from Dimsu from Aira. Yeah, from Philippines. Good morning, sir. Do you think there will come a time that traditional media like newspaper will disappear? Okay.
Yeah, as I mentioned last Monday, yeah, it
Yeah.
will be probably the traditional media like newspaper will disappear. It is very possible because to make to produce traditional media like paper-based newspaper, it is very expensive right now. Uh, because when it is my experience when I work in the newspaper, uh, the company have to make in big investment to establish the printing facility to print the newspaper, and the paper itself is very expensive, getting expensive right now. Yeah, and very difficult to get the source of the this paper print, because right now the company who provide the paper for the newsprint is also limited. Not much company run this business anymore because of a lot of difficulties they face to when producing the kind of newspaper paper for newspaper or for magazine. So it's quite possible to disappear. Yeah, and but the entity may not disappear. The entity, like for example, I mentioned a few days ago, like Nikkei, then Financial Times, New York Times, Washington Post, they they shift, they are making shifting to the e-paper. E-paper will, I think e-paper will uh, lasting, lasting. As I mentioned before, when my association, when my organization ran the research in 2010, stated that The respondent said that the printed media in Indonesia probably will lasting for 50 years to come. But there are a lot of condition, there are a lot of situation that probably it is still probably will make it shorter or even longer. It always be possible. Yeah. Okay. That's
Okay.
all, Nabila.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir, for the answer. So for Aira, if you have another questions, you can ask Mr. Johar. Okay. There is another one, sir, in the chat box from Anna. Do you think the press media sometimes invade someone's privacy if they want to investigate or go deeper into someone's life to gain information? Sometimes the press media are too pushy when they want to know something, and someone is involved. This also happens here in the
That's
Philippines,
interesting. Yeah.
especially in showbiz news. Do you think this action is ethical, sir, or it is a part of the job? Thank you very much, Anna, for the questions. Answer.
Okay, Anna. Thank you for a kind of question. Uh, Unfortunately, I have not experienced like I have no experience on this on this issue. Yeah, because I was economic and business journalist, so I need know uh, explore the living of artists or uh, entertainment people like that. But there are a code of conduct, kind of code ethic, ethical code of journalistic, yeah, journalist ethical code that they prohibit. It prohibit someone to exploring deeper and deeper to someone's privacy. Breaking the privacy, someone's privacy is also breaking the law, especially in this country, in Indonesia, intended to renew the old book of law. It calls as KUHP, uh, penal law, that will be also prohibit the journalists to cover uh, against the the private privacy living privacy someone's privacy. But we don't know. It's still going on. It's still running. Probably, if it implemented, I mean the law implemented or renewed the the law, probably will a lot of journalists will be trapped to the jail, to send to the jail. Yeah, I do hope that if people understand their, I mean, journalists, journalist people understand their right to to write, and they will not move further to someone's privacy living. Because why should the uh, why should uh, write everything about someone? It is not proper. I think it is improper. Yeah. But please write down the story of the someone that's, yeah, that's common story. Common story. It's yeah. It is fair enough to the someone's privacy, because I admitted that a lot of journalists who don't understand their limit to exploring someone's privacy. That actually, it is against the law. Yeah, it's against the law and against the ethics. Journalist, when he or she is working for the media, is limited not to not to breaking the law. That's important. That's uh, that's regulated by the law, and they are not allowed to write down the stories until deeper and deeper, like that. Yeah, Nabila.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for the answer. So yeah, that's the answer, Anna, for your questions about the private life of someone's. So yeah, again, for all participants, if you have questions or anything that confuse you, you can ask Mr. Ahmad Johar right away. You can raise your hand or just drop the questions in the chat box. Okay. Okay, sir, maybe while waiting for the questions, maybe can I ask a question for you?
Sure, Nabila.
Yeah, okay,
Why not?
regarding the
Why
yeah,
not?
regarding the questions from Anna, is it okay to journalists to make a clickbait, or there is a regulation for that? Clickbait, sir, about the clickbait.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
good question. Clickbait is the kind of strategy to attract the people to access their story or their website, especially. Yeah, but that's also improper way to do that. Clickbait usually related to the AdSense from Google. You know, the material of the advertisement from AdSense, sometimes it's improper. It is not suitable for children. It is not suitable for people who are not yet mature. Yeah, clickbait is. I think clickbait is the only the cheap gimmick to attract the reader. It is the readers, especially sometimes the readers feel uh, dibohongi apa ya? Ditipu itu apa? Feels entrapped by the clickbait stories. Yeah, they're actually they're trapped when they read is a not match between the title of the article and the content of the article. Sometimes uh, uh, mostly mostly different. So it is kind of entrapment for the people to read it. Uh, like 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 this, the 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 example like this. Uh, you will cry when you read the story about the beggar, uh, but the the actual stories, no no one can generate our sadness. Why? How can we cry for that? And that's just entrapment. Yeah, that's just entrapment. It's not real. That's as frankly speaking, that's very 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 impolite for certain media to make a clickbait stories or clickbait article. Yeah, I'm I'm very very disappointed to realize that how can people do that? How can they just make with the cheapest way to attract the people to read their story, their non-quality story, non-quality story. Yeah, itu Nabila.
Okay, yes, thank you very much for the answer because I've
Yeah,
been fooled by title of article that
yeah, you are trapped, right?
yeah, is yeah, the title and the body of the news is not same as the
Yeah,
title.
yeah,
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Okay, again for the participants, if you have questions or something confuse you regarding the material that Mr. Ahmad Jawhar gave us, feel free to ask Mr. Ahmad Jawhar right now. You may raise your hand or just drop the question in the chat box. Okay, feel free everyone to ask the questions. Thank you.
yeah. I repeat my task for you guys. Yeah, please, uh, fellow from the Philippines, to make a kind of comparison the uh, the map media mapping in Philippines. How media landscape in the Philippines right now. Even I have many colleagues from the Philippines, but I want to know the perspective from you guys. Yeah, from you, a student of the communication from the MMSU. Yeah. Uh, uh, how long usually have to be done the task, Nabila?
Okay, so for the regulation yesterday, the lecturer actually collect all of the assignments in the end of this event, sir.
Mhm.
So which is in 29 July, I
Oh,
guess. Yeah. So in the end of this
oh,
event, all of the
yeah.
assignment collected by by the lecturer and
I
and the
think my assignment, yeah, I think my assignment is not too difficult. Yeah, not too difficult, right? Right?
Okay, yeah. So don't forget to the students from the MMMTU Philippines to do the test that Mr. Ahmad Johar gave. So yeah, once again for
What about the student from UHAMKA? Is there no assignment?
there is assignment, sir. Yesterday, yeah,
The assignments is for them are uh, making the resume of my 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 presentation, I think. Yeah, yeah. So fair. Uh, there the friends from the Philippines get assignment, and also you guys from UHAMKA get a similar assignment. Bukan begitu, Bu Sri Mustika,
Yes, but
Bu
if
Ika?
you said you do uh,
Yeah,
obligate to give them tests for the students of Uhamka.
yeah.
yeah. Okay, so for students from UHAMKA, the assignment to making a resume for from Mr. Ahmad Johar's presentation. Okay, again, if the participants, all of you from DIMSU or UHAMKA, if you have any questions or something confuse you, you can ask Mr. Ahmad Johar right now.
I think Nabila should ask question for Pak Johar, even though you are the host. Never mind.
Nabila tadi udah nanya, Bu. Nabila has asked me the question.
Yeah, maybe Nabila from UHAMKA, the participants, if you want to ask
Oh,
Mr. Ahmad Johar again.
Another Nabila.
another Nabila. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we have the same name.
Iya, 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 iya. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, all the participants from
Or
UHAMKA.
even Octavia Ainunjana, you may ask me.
I think enough, Mister.
Oh, a lot of them are.
Okay, maybe participants from UHAMKA, we have Agnes here or Ilha maybe or Fatima. If you have questions, please.
Hello, Nabila. Is there any trouble?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Yeah, okay, there's
Oh, okay.
questions from Dimsu here. I just checked it. Okay, sorry. Yeah, from Dimsu, from Jenfrey, Jenfrey from Dimsu, Philippines. Um, may I request to type the instruction about our task? I'm having some technical difficulties at home. It would be great help. If it will be a great help. Thank you very much, sir. Oh, about the task,
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Johan. Yeah.
I'll type in it.
Okay. Yeah.
This is how
Okay. Okay, there's question from Lodi, sir. The the test is individually or by groups.
Uh, I think the test is better if you guys make altogether, not individually, as a group, yeah, because it is not easy to gather information regarding with the media mapping. But I believe if you can together, you can make it better. I think, yeah.
Okay, so
For the assignment of the media mapping, but uh, for President Bong Bong, that's individual question. Okay.
okay, so yeah, I hope it clear to all of students from DINSU. So you have to test individual and groups.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think and from UHAMKA as well. Don't forget your assignment. Read carefully and do the task. Okay, so maybe this is the end, I guess, for the today's session. But before we closing, have you, if you have a closing statement for all students and participants, it would be good, sir. Do you
Oh,
have
okay.
a closing statement? Thank you. Yes.
Thank you very much for your attention, all of you, including from students from the MMSU and OHAMKA. Uh, the one thing that I always emphasize to my student is that leader in your field, yeah, your own field, uh, at least your family, yeah. Please carry over the idealism uh, to make or to create the best people. If you have children, make them, raise them to be excellent people, excellent person, and keep them from wrongdoing, like corruption, manipulation, on our wrongdoing, because it will be it will make suffering for other people. Yeah, let's keep our people, our family, especially, if can, or ourselves, to be the best of the person in the world. Yeah, at least for myself, for yourself. Okay, that's only that. What can I deliver for the closing statement for you all, guys. And thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ahmad Johar. But before closing, maybe we can take a picture together before I gave it back to
Oh,
Okta.
yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
So yeah, everyone, before you all left, please turn on your camera just for maybe 1 minute to do. Okay.
Greeting from Yogyakarta. I have just arrived this dawn, this subuh from Jakarta.
Okay. All right, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, anyone else wants to?
Fatima Az-Zahra, Anggita Titiana, Zenbuk Ahnaf, Anamai Hailar, Aira M. Parosha, Haika Lin Reyes, Alfandi Lutfi, wah, Lodi An Mabalot,
Uh,
show up yourself, guys.
yes, show yourself. Okay,
Show up
in
your face. Why is afraid to facing the camera? No need to be afraid. Okay?
okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, one by one is already open the camera. I'm still waiting for another for others. Let's go, guys, to the presentation. Okay, yeah. Okay, in count of three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next slide. Count of three. 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Ahmad Johar and all the participants. I'm very sorry if while moderating this session I have a mistake. And yeah, thank you very much, Mr.
Me too, Nabila.
Yes, okay. Yeah, we're sorry. Thank you very much. And I give it back